Hi, welcome to my channel. I have 3 winter tower block DIYs for you today. And you need 72 blocks for the first DIY, and some wood glue. I'm making a rectangle with 3 blocks on each side, and then 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Gluing the top and the bottom on the inside of the tower blocks. And I always wipe off any excess glue with a wet paper towel. So I already made 3 sets of 3 tower blocks glued end to end, so that's 4 altogether. And then I have some geometric beads. I will link them down below. I've turned one of the tower blocks on their side, and then I'm gluing the beads to it, and I'm gluing them with all the holes facing the same way so that you can't see them at all. So the holes are on either end of that piece, and I do this for the second one. And then these are going to be the sides, and then I glue my other 2 sets of tower blocks on the top of the bottom of this, and then I'm just placing in the geometric beads to make sure that they are going to fit. Because these are like the tower blocks, they're not all the same size, so you just have to swap them out and then make sure you get a good fit. Once I was happy with that, I went ahead and glued them in, and I glued all the holes facing each other just like I did on the last 2 pieces. And obviously I'm gluing them to the tower blocks as well. And I'm just gluing this piece last just to make sure I get a good fit for everything. I'm going to turn my piece over with the geometric beads and put some wood glue on the back, and then I'm just going to glue the 2 pieces together. I'm gluing together 3 blocks end to end, and then I'm going to do 2 rows of 9 blocks, and then another row of 3 blocks, just like the first row. I don't know why my camera is moving with me. I don't think it's me on the table. I think maybe one of the settings has been changed. I'll have to try and remember about that, so sorry about that. So you can glue these pieces separately, then glue them all together, but I think it's better doing it like this, and all the blocks fit together better. So I've turned my other piece with the beads on it over, and then I am just adding tower blocks right along the inside edge. Again, you could put this together and then stick the whole piece of blocks on, but I think it's better doing it this way. And I just make sure they're all sticking up straight and they're all in line with each other. And I'm always wiping away any excess glue, because if you stain your tower blocks, the glue will show, the stain doesn't take over it. So I'm just attaching the other piece to the back, and I'm just getting rid of the excess glue that is on the other side of this. I actually decided I'm not going to stain this, but I am going to paint the inside. I'm using some of this nautical folk art chalk paint and some Waverley plaster chalk paint, and I'm just going to paint the back and the top and the sides with the nautical paint, because this is going to be a wee shadow box. You could turn it the other way around as well if you wanted to. And it's night time, so I'm doing a dark sky. And then the row of tower blocks underneath the beads on the inside, I'm not doing that. I'm just doing the ones that are facing the other way, if that makes sense. And you don't have to paint it perfect, because once you put the stuff in, you're not going to see much of the paint anyway. And then I just blast it with my heat gun. And I noticed I got a wee bit of paint on one of the beads, so I'm just going to sand that off. And I'm painting the plaster paint on the bottom now because that's the snow. And I made this, so I wasn't sure what I was going to put inside it. I knew it was going to be a shadow box. So you could paint it before you glue the two pieces together, and that would make it much easier. And I took a wee mini brush and I'm just doing some dots of plaster paint all over the blue, and that can either be snowflakes or stars. And this is how it's looking, and I have all these wee Christmas trees. Most are from Dollar Tree, I think they're all from Dollar Tree actually. I don't know, I got them last year, and I'm just setting them out how I think I want them to sit inside it. And have this wee truck that's from Dollar Tree that I got last year. I actually went to Dollar Tree to get something to fill this out for the one that I went to, because I didn't have a lot of time. Had no Christmas stuff at all. I thought they all had Christmas stuff by now, but this one didn't. So I'm making that tree shorter because I don't want all the big trees to be the same size. And I'm just using pliers to cut them down because they've got metal inside them. And I'm just making them all different sizes. The ones at the front, I don't have the little wooden bit on the bottom, because you're going to see those parts, but the back you're not going to see it, so it doesn't matter. And then I just start filling it out. Some of them are easier to cut than others. Anyway, my camera cut out and I glued the rest of the stuff in, and now I have these pics that I got from Amazon. I'll link them down below, and I'm just going to glue them on the top. And I think this turned out so cute. You could make a wee scene for any time of the year with this. You need 2 boxes for this DIY because you need 88 blocks. So I'm just making a rectangle like I did in the first DIY, but I made 4 of them. And this DIY, you could make more of these, you can add on to it. I just did 4. I'm just making it like the last DIY. 3 tower blocks on their side, glued together, and then I am gluing the geometric beads. And you need to make 2 of these. So there's my 2 pieces, and now I have 2 sets of 3 tower blocks glued end to end. And then I'm just going to assemble my frame. This is exactly the same as the first DIY. I put these pieces together first, and then I fit all my beads inside. And then I just glue the beads down. I glue this piece on last. I turn over my piece with the geometric beads and then I glue it on top of the other piece, and I did that for all of them, rest them off camera, and now I am gluing them together. And I didn't make sure all my tower blocks were the right size, so you can see a gap in the middle there and a gap at the top, and I didn't do anything with the gap in the middle, but the one at the top off camera I did cut a little bit of tower block and put it in there, and then I'm just putting some extra tower blocks on the back to make it stronger. And then I painted it with some Waverly Plaster chalk paint, but before I paint it, you see I did a mistake there. I did one with the hole showing, so I just got some spackle from Dollar Tree. Mine is so dried out. You can also use a wood filler to fill in the hole, and then I'm just painting over it, and you can't even notice it. Remember, you can paint or stain these DIYs to match your decor. If you don't like the colours that I use, then pick the ones that you do like. I just did one coat of this, and I did make sure that I got in between all those wee beads, all the wee spaces. And I do the rest off camera. I have some Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm just going to rub some on with my finger, and I just want to put it on the edges of these beads just to highlight the squares, and then at the sides of the tower blocks. I just want to pick out all the detail. You could just use a brush and brush over it, but I wanted it to just be on the edges. I have my wee helper now, she's holding my DIY in place. So I also got these pics of Amazon, and I thought that I could just wrap it around and it would stay in place, but that didn't work. Maybe if I just kept it standing up, as I was gonna just do that so that I could swap it out for other stuff, but I decided just to glue the pieces on. So I'm just gluing them all in place, and those little shear things are from Dollar Tree, and they cut through the wire quite good. I can never find all the florals and picks, the nice ones that people use at Dollar Tree, so I ordered these, and I really like them actually. So I decided that I wanted to use another one of those picks, so I'm just cutting off the pieces and then gluing them in place. So this DIY, you could make it into a picture frame and then stick some pictures on the back, like stick them to the back, or you could get like Christmas cards with nice pictures on them and use them, or you could get like what are they called? The wood cutouts and stuff, and you could put like a wee reindeer and stuff in this. You don't have to keep it as a plain window, but I wanted to keep it like this and make it like a backdrop for the rest of my Christmas decor. And people love decorating with windows. I've seen so many of them on YouTube. And I love how this turned out. I just love those geometric beads. That's why I use them all the time. They just look so pretty. on your projects. And remember, you can make this bigger, you can make it longer, wider, add as many of these rectangle pieces on as you want. You need 2 boxes for this DIY, which is going to be 129 blocks you need. And I already made 11 of these pieces at the side, and they are just 2 tower blocks glued together, then 6 geometric beads, and then another 2 tower blocks. So now I'm doing the same thing again, and I'm doing it in 3 tower blocks across. I'm making 3 of them because I'm going to join those 3 pieces together to make the long pieces at the side. And I didn't have enough space on my mat to make it all at one time, and also the ruler only still goes so far, so it was easier to do it like this. Actually, I made 4 of those big long ones. I realised after I made that video and I forgot about it till I seen it just now. So I laid all the 4 pieces out, and then I put 4 of the smaller pieces in between. Just gluing them, and I'm making sure that the geometric beads all line up with each other. And you'll see that there's a bit missing of the tower block at the top and the bottoms there, but I'll show you what I do for that in a minute. And then you can't see the whole thing because it's quite big, but I just do that until I've used up all the pieces. And then sometimes it's like a puzzle getting the pieces to fit together, because everything is not made the same. So I'm going to fill in all those gaps now, and I just take a tower block, I mark off how much I need to cut, and then I use some miter shears to cut them, and then I just glue them in place. And then I do that all the way around. I'll just show you me doing a couple of them. Some of the blocks are easy to cut and others are not easy. If one is not easy to cut, then just try again. That's what I do. Some of them kind of feel lighter though, and feel like they're not as dense, and those ones are easier to cut. And I don't know, they kind of look different from the other ones. Yeah, they have a different texture. I don't know if it would even show up in camera. Maybe next time I'll try and show you which ones cut easy and which don't, and see if it shows up on camera what they look like. So I had to do it at the other side, which is cut off. You can't see. I did that as well. Some of them go flying. And then I painted the whole thing with some of the Folk Art Nautical chalk paint. And now I am just sanding it down because I wanted to stress it and then pick out all the detail. So first I was using a sanding block, but it wasn't getting the beads that good, so then I just used the sandpaper. My original plan was to use the white wax on this, so I tested it on the back because I painted the back as well. And I didn't like how it looked, but I don't know if you want to do that. And also, you don't have to do this colour. You can do another colour, or you could just stain it. You could just leave it natural. This colour is going to go with my decor, so that's why I picked it. And I made sure I sanded all the sides and all the inside parts there as well. And then I took a wet paper towel and I just wiped off all the excess dust. And then I took my heat gun to, I blew out all the little bits of dust that collected where the beads are. Have my helper again. And I have these other pics from Amazon. I'll link them down below as well. And I was going to just wrap them around, but that's not going to work. So I have to cut them down and glue them. So I'm just seeing how many fit. I'm laughing at her. So this video, their videos are speeded up 4 times, so it looks like total chaos when she's there, but it's not really. Everything's happening a lot faster in the video. I'm just using those shears from Dollar Tree again to cut down my pics. Get those bits out in case she grabbed them. And then I'm just going to hot glue them to this, what are these ring things called? I can't remember what it's called. I know they sell them in, I got this one from Temu, but I know they sell them in Dollar Tree. I really can't remember what it's called right now. Anyway, I just hot glue this, the pics all the way around. And because it was lying down and she was there, it was further away from me, I couldn't see that it looked kind of bare. So I do go in and put another layer of them on it. She dropped the stuff. I don't know why she's obsessed with my lip balm, probably because I put it on all the time. So I was trying to cut the bits off these, but it didn't work. And then I just folded the wire back, and then my camera cut out, so you can't see me gluing them on, but I'm just gluing them on like the other stuff. So here I'm just going in with some more of those pics. I didn't want to use that many, but I needed to. I still have a few left though. It was like a big pack with different ones in it. So I have some much bigger ones, which I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. If you don't want to hot glue the stuff on, you could just use some floral wire. I don't have any, so I'm gluing them. So, the other thing I forgot to mention was there one set of the squares, well it's squares, and then at the top there you see where the ribbon is, those ones are a little bit smaller than the 2 bottom triangles, if that makes sense. Anyway, this ribbon is from Dollar Tree, and I am just going to glue it to the top to hang my wreath. And then I made a bow off camera, and I am just going to glue that on. Not usually into bows, but it's Christmas, so they work. And I love how this turned out. I just love that blue and the geometric beads. And then you can just take the wreath off and decorate it for whenever. And also you could make this into picture frames as well. So let me know which one of these is your favourite. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.